And welcome to the center stage, stupid ass Kevin Smith! Oh my God, how delightful to see everybody. Fuck, man. This is really sweet. Sorry, I'm getting back into the swing of things. I spent the last month making a movie with somebody else's movie. My friend Logic made a movie and I got to edit it and stuff. So I haven't been like on the stage. Thank you. I'll pass it on to her. I'm so like fucking frazzled and shit like that. So let me just start by telling a story and then we can like mellow out. This happened not too long ago back home. I live in this house that we bought from Ben Affleck. Not the one he's selling now, but the one he sold years and years ago to us. First time we ever walked in the house, me and my wife, we were there for a 4th of July picnic while we were making Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back in 2001. So we come into the house. The place is fucking massive. This is just this mansion and shit. I thought it was a French hotel, and it turns out it's one person's house and shit. So we go inside, and he's touring us through the house, me and Jennifer, showing us all these fucking rooms. One room, there was like an office, had a big closet in it, like high ceilings. It had a mattress in it. He's like, this is where Soren sleeps. Like fucking, he had friends living all over the house in every nook and cranny and stuff like that. It was a big place. So he's like, I gotta sell it. And I was like, why? And he's like, because there's too many paparazzi just sit across the street. It has no front driveway. Front door just opens up onto the street. So paps would sit outside, fire whoever came out of his house. He had no privacy. So he's like, I'm gonna buy Drew Barrymore's house. She got a driveway and shit. And I was like, well, that's that fucking ET money right there, man. And so then he had a phone call. He's like, I'll be right back. And he left me and my wife in the foyer of the house. And she turns to me, like serious as a fucking heart attack, and she's just like, I want this house. And I was like, well, fucking, then you married the wrong guy from Mallrats. Fucking Shannon Hamilton seems to be doing very well for himself and shit. So, you know, I told him when he came back, I was like, she wants to buy the house. He was like, great, fucking buy it. And I was like, I ain't got that kind of fucking money and shit like that. And he's like, well, when would you? And I was like, well, if I write like the next script, like Jersey Girl, then I have a bunch of fucking monies to maybe put down on your house and stuff. And he goes, all right, well. And he made us a sweet deal. He was like, you can come fucking live in it and just pay me rent. He's like, what did you pay in rent, like in that house that you once had in the valley? I was like, I think it was like $5 grand a month. He was like, great, give me $5 grand a month. And I was like, okay. And the house was worth way more than that. And so I was like, what happens like when I'm ready to buy the house? He's like, then I sell you the house and everything you paid to rent it, I'll just take off the top of the purchase price. And he's like, and I'll sell you the house for what they sold it to me. Like I put a bunch of money into it, but I'm not gonna charge you for that. I'm just gonna charge you what I paid and shit like that. And I was like, fucking all right. And we've lived in that house for now, it's like 22 years. It's where I raised my kid. Like, you know, for him, it was the house where like, he had lots of sex with celebrities and shit. Only one celebrity ever really had sex in the house since I got there, kinda, me. And so, you know, it's been ours for like 22 years, and he came back to visit the house at one point. We were playing a poker game and shit. He was just way into poker. And he was just like, call up Ben. Ben might come. And I was like, Ben will never come. And he's like, poker? I'm fucking there. And I was like, you fucking degenerate addict. He loves to gamble. So he came over to the house, and we were upstairs playing poker and shit, rolling cards. And I heard him come in, like we buzzed him in and shit. And then he didn't show up upstairs for a long time. I mean, it takes a few minutes to like walk up the stairs, but he wasn't showing up at all. He was like lingering. But you don't want to like go downstairs and be like, what are you doing, man? You know, like that'd be kind of sus. And he did once own the house and shit. So he finally reached the top floor. He was like, this is fucking unbelievable, man. And he's going like, I gave you the deal of the century on this house, and you went and you had fireplaces put into it, man. I was like, I didn't do that. The house had fireplaces when you owned it. And he was like, it did? I noticed, you know. He wasn't in the house like very long. I reminded him, I was like, dude, I think you lived in that house for like less than a year. He was like, I've been in it for like 22. So let me show you around. So it's